Good morning, Dave here, the Enlightened Plumber, with today's quote. There is a voice that doesn't use words. Listen. There is a voice that doesn't use words. Listen. This is from Rumi. Okay, so this is talking about a voice, and it is that voice. It's the voice that lives in here. This can also be referred to as gut feeling, I would say. It doesn't use words. There's no sound that comes from this little voice, but it's the voice from within. And in my case, it tells me lots of things. It's progressively moved over the years from not so helpful bad things to really positive and awesome great things. Words of encouragement and the like. And the last point of this quote is listen. Well, it is extremely important for all of us to listen to this little voice. I've certainly listened to it over the years. There are times where I have not listened to that voice and it hasn't been that great. There are times where I've ignored the voice and it's been good, and I've had times where I've ignored the voice and it's not been so good. The voice that comes from within is still a perspective. In most cases, it's referenced to as not being a very good thing or a very helpful thing, and on the other side, it can be an awesome thing. This will show up in your life depending on how you view it and how you think of your own little voice. And it can appear in several different ways. One would be as intuition, and one as a little nag. Again, this is very much an individual thing, so how I see it like that could be different to how you see it. If you're looking at the little voice as a nag, as a bother, as a restrictor of forces, then typically that's the point that you would want to ignore it unless there's a very, very valid reason for it to be nagging at you. This could be that it comes at the circumstance where, say, you're going to do something that might be deemed dangerous or exhilarating. So you're going to jump out of a plane, do some skydiving. You're going to jump off a cliff and hand glide down in a valley or something like that. Or you're going to, say, jump from a high spot into a pool, water, lagoon, or something like that, where you're standing on the edge and your little voice is going, "No, this is insane, you're going to die." That's one of those spots where you have to look at it and say, okay, in most circumstances, this might not be a great thing to do. On the other hand, well, I am here to do this activity, which is deemed to be somewhat safe, even though there's an element of risk to it. Do I want to do it? And at that point, you take over and you decide, okay, well, am I listening to my voice or am I not? You could have this in circumstances where you're in a crowded room of people, or there's someone famous, a celebrity, or someone you admire walks in the room and you're like, okay, I want to ask for an autograph, I want to go and say hello, I want to introduce myself, I want to do something else, and your little voice says, no, forget it, you're not worthy. Well, again, you look at that circumstance and say, okay, is it something that I really don't want to do, I'm just uncomfortable with, or will there be some negative impact from this? Or, wow, maybe this is the action I need to take to change my life. You have to make that decision, but the voice is there to kind of protect you in an emotional standpoint or whatever. Your intuition, though, if you're looking at it from that standpoint, can be, hey, I've got a good feeling about this person. Hey, this is the person you need to like and trust. Yeah, work with them, have deals with them. Hey, this could be the great spouse that you're looking for. Whatever it may be, that's sort of the intuition talking. And again, it comes into, well, do you listen to it or do you not? only you can figure out how you accept your voice. And that's why the big point of this is listen. You still have the choice. Just because the little voice is talking doesn't mean to say that you have to obey its command. But listen. Very, very critical. Anyway, I'm rolling on this one. I think you get the point. There is a voice that doesn't use words. Listen. From Rumi and myself, Dave, the enlightened plumber here, listen to what your little voice is saying today. Take care.